Hey, what's up, everybody? There was no intro there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. We'll do that this way. Also gave me time to put my headphones on. Welcome back, everybody, to the Captain's Quadrant. I am Joe Dub, and with me this week is the amazing, the incomparable, the man who knows more about Tubi than anybody else, I think, on this green earth, VHS Jace. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. Good, yes. I'm really excited to be able to talk about this one tonight.
Yeah, same.
I assume we were supposed to have another co-host, but he's MIA at the moment. So
yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I don't.
Well, this gives me a chance, Joe, to maybe fight some of the reputation I built for myself in the last Strange New World season.
Yeah, totally.
It's been commented by a few people that I am rather critical around Star Trek. So, but guess what? I love this movie. So
me too.
For me tonight is just a lot of love fest around what I think is a really great movie.
I agree.
And I'll get into why it's a great Star Trek movie, but even a bigger compliment is just a great movie.
Oh, okay. We just got a incoming communications. Our other host will be joining us shortly, so
in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, but
things like keeping appointments on time, that's too much. How dare you ask such a thing?
Yeah. You know what's funny about this movie is it's directed by the guy who does like the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, Justin Lin.
Yeah, so I was like,
Justin.
Yeah. So I was like, oof, that's not a good sign, right? And then I saw the movie and I was like, holy smokes, this was great.
Look, really, to start it off, they were coming on the back foot of this. There was a lot going against the release of this film. And the first thing I think is probably worth mentioning is the fact of the bad taste Star Trek Into Darkness left the audiences. Because let's face it, Star Trek Into Darkness is a dour film at best. There's not super happy fun time, a lot going on in that.
No.
And then a lot of the negative reaction to Star Trek in the Darkness, which I think put Paramount under we're a bit afraid here.
Yeah.
And, thank you to Simon Pegg and his writing partner to stepping in. Because I think this is, as we'll get into, the big difference with this tonally. But essentially, they had that. So there wasn't the audience wasn't clamoring for it. And then we get the first trailer to this movie. I don't know if you remember, Joe, the first trailer, which is just overlaid with sabotage.
Yes.
By the 60 Boys.
Yep.
It was one of the worst trailers I've ever seen.
Worst
trailers Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Because it was poorly edited and using that song out of context. Because the use of this song in context is great.
Yeah.
But out of context, the audience just saw it as, they used that song in the first movie. Why are they using it again?
Yeah. Let's read.
It was just a bad trailer. And everybody thought so. And to the fact that I think, there was a lot going against it. However, when people went and saw it, the audience love for this was quite large. People that did go and see it, a lot of them really loved it. The critics were not too bad about it, but essentially the audience rating was great. And it actually, believe it or not, people think it's the big flop, but it's not.
Financially,
it only actually made $40 million less than the original Star Trek movie.
Really?
2009. Sorry, the original Kelvin timeline movie. It only made $40 million less than that. It made a significant loss from Star Trek Into Darkness. However, Star Trek in the Darkness had the best lead in ever, and that's Star Trek 2009.
Right.
So it got a lot of people in opening weekend.
I feel like if they would have done this and not Into Darkness, it would have kept raising. If they would have put
If it had good marketing, Joe,
Yeah.
this movie would have had a way better opening weekend. But the marketing was horrible. Welcome, Jason.
Well, ladies
Hi,
and gentlemen, welcome.
I am as punctual as Star Trek 4.
I wonder if that was all set up for that joke.
I was at a Halloween thing, and I got completely delayed, and I thought I had enough time to get home, and I did not. So my apologies. I will not say I'm sorry again.
Well, it would be great if you told all of the people that were at your Halloween party to, check out our amazing podcast. That would have been cool.
Absolutely, I did. I did. That was what I was handing out cards. I was like, here you go, here you go, here you go.
And when you were doing that, I hope you told them to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah.
I did, yes.
Now back into the movie.
Yeah.
What movie?
Star Trek Beyond.
Oh.
Yeah, and not even getting into the movie, just the lead up of this and the again bad taste from Star Trek Into Darkness, which I know I can see in the comments already, Joe. There are some people that like the movie. Of course, there are.
Yeah,
it's darker, it's all that kind of thing. But I think, generally speaking, if you would have an honest overlook on how that movie's received, it's not most people I know, it's not their favorite Star Trek movie in that trilogy.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, I'm gonna run that bumper.
Thanks.
Because it's
really Jason's first contact now.
Yeah, now it's just so what was your first contact with this one?
Oh my gosh. I went and saw this movie at midnight with my best friend in Fort Worth, Texas, and of course I put on my Star Trek shirt, the whole Trek yourself before you wreck yourself t-shirt. That's
just
like
this Cosmic Mom shirt,
something like that. Yes, just not quite as wonderful.
Mm.
And I show up with my friend who is this who's this kind of portly black guy.
Oh.
And he's wearing the same exact shirt I am.
Oh, that's cool.
And I just look at him like, well, one of us is going to have to change. But we did not. We went in there and we watched the movie, and we were the only ones in the theater.
Oh, wow.
And this does not bode well for this movie.
Mm.
I think Star Trek Beyond is the best one out of the 3 Kelvin movies. I think that it is, despite the fact that they absolutely butchered the look of the Kelvin Enterprise in this movie for reasons that I cannot begin to understand. They made the nacelles comically small. They made the nacelle struts just like spindly and waif-like. And
the original Enterprise from the
the
refit, because
no. They changed the Kelvin Enterprise from the last movie. They changed its look to make it look weaker. And I don't understand why they did that. Well, they said, well, we wanted it to look weaker. Why? Why would you make the ship look weaker? Why would you do such a daft thing? The Enterprise in this movie, and I'm not talking the A, I'm talking the Hero Enterprise, the one that gets shredded, is my least favorite Enterprise of all time.
So now I've got to...
I think it is absolutely a disgusting looking ship.
There could be specific reasons behind that, because I just don't think they're dumb enough to do that unless they thought, let's make it slightly weaker looking, so when we destroy it, no one's as upset.
No, because I will tell you something. The destruction of the Enterprise, I think, is done very well because it is emotional. It has weight to it. Like it is brutal to watch. I just don't understand why they felt like they had to make this Enterprise look weaker, because it just seems like to me if they'd left the Enterprise alone and had it look mighty and formidable, it would have been more shocking when Krall and his little ships just like completely trashed the thing.
That's one of the strengths of the film, isn't it? Is how formidable they are.
Yes,
as a villain, because how do you stop them?
Yeah, so why make Kirk in the Enterprise seem weaker? I don't get it. That's my major complaint with this movie, is just the way that they completely took this ship's ample nacelles and reduced them and just made her look terrible. As for the rest of the film, I thoroughly enjoy it. I think that the destruction of the Enterprise is a heck of an action set piece. I thought that going back to the motorcycle and the Beastie Boys, I know a lot of people complained about that, but I'm like, listen, this is Kirk. This is Kelvin Kirk. This is who he is. He is motorcycles and Beastie Boys. I loved Jayla. I thought she was an excellent addition to the cast, and should they ever do another Kelvin Star Trek film, I want her in it.
So let me just pull up.
She don't want to wear the uniform.
She didn't want to wear the uniform. Yeah,
but she would. to belong, she would. She would. And I don't want to insinuate that we would be replacing Anton Yelchin, because no one could replace Anton Yelchin. What happened to him was an absolute tragedy. But having Jayla on the ship would fill that void if they were to make another.
Oh yeah, that makes a good point.
But overall, I think it's a wonderful movie. I think that Yorktown Station is absolutely beautiful. I love the themes that they the themes of melancholy and being burned out, I think mirrored the themes in Star Trek 2 better than Star Trek Into Darkness did. And I have to say, I'm right there with Jace. I think that the marketing campaign for this movie was, I would say, pitiful, but I think that would be too charitable. I think that the marketing campaign for this movie was a war crime.
Wow.
It actually sparked a whole discussion in the film industry after this film made less at the box office, talking about how can trailers cost movies significant box office results.
Well, it was not only the bad trailer. There were people that I spoke to, Star Trek, I wouldn't say fans, but people who were familiar with Star Trek and liked it, who didn't even know there was a new movie.
I remember.
Unacceptable from a marketing standpoint. Whoever was in charge of marketing this film and getting it out there, who did not do toy licensing or figure licensing, who didn't even give us a proper final trailer, I hope they got fired. I hope they got fired, and they're currently like homeless and sitting on the street with a I will cut a terrible trailer for food sign.
I could be completely wrong here too, but I felt like there was a studio change throughout this production where, president's gone, they hire a whole new executive team. And it was one of those movies that occasionally get caught in that thing where the new executive team comes on board and they don't know what to do properly with it. Because, this is a third film in a franchise that had, between the first two movies, had grossed internationally over $1 billion. So it's like, how do you then mishandle the gimme? And the thing is, the content in this movie, there's a massive tonal shift. Why they didn't tap into that for the trailer to go, hey, we did it. We know we've done a darker film, the second one, but this is the third film. We're going to keep it more action orientated. It's a bit more upbeat. People were flocked in because that's the greatest strength about the movie to me. The tone in this is fantastic. Compare the opening scene to Star Trek Into Darkness to the opening of Beyond. Completely different tones and the way they've shot it towards what they're going to get to at the end of the movie. And I love those. I love that opening sequence of him trying to negotiate and the.
That was really close.
It's hilarious.
It really fills into the theme as well of an antagonist not being what they appear to be.
Yes,
they are set up to be these gigantic creatures, and then they turn out to be about this big.
Yeah, but they're still mighty because they swarm them.
Yeah, they got an attitude,
which was I thought foreshadowing.
They did what now, Joe? They did what? They did what?
They swarmed. It was foreshadowing.
There you go.
Foreshadowing.
But and then it turns out that Crawl is more than what he appears as well. And
they handle that so well throughout this movie too, because it was one of the things I wanted to bring up. How it's delivered well.
Yeah,
like the mystery is almost around him. That's the mystery of the movie, more so than, the ship and all that early mystery. It's around him. And the way they unveil that, I thought it was, hey, I love me some Eric Bana. Good on you, mate. Good Aussie actor.
Really that's fantastic. Right. He's your neighbor, right?
But But Idris does a great job. Yeah, he's my neighbor, Joe.
Amazing, yes.
Him, yep. I've got a koala next door. And,
and
Steve
Dingo.
Irwin's kid's just down there as well. Robert.
Well,
Hey, Robert.
let's go deeper into pros and cons because I love this clip too.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Oh, wow. We
Well,
haven't
ran
seen that
that
in
out
a
of the
while.
archive.
Where's he been?
Yeah.
That's from every time we do the movies, we bring that back. So that
Do you?
yeah, because I love that.
That sounds like a rule you made up for yourself.
I
Joe.
keep
did.
missing the movie reviews, though.
You missed the last one. It was just Jason and I because I think you were.
Yeah, and I
Well,
don't think
that's
I don't think I was on 09 either, was I?
Oh, was I on Into Darkness?
Yes, you and it was you, myself, and a guest.
I wasn't
Okay.
on it because you said I would swear too much.
I think you had gone. You had gone somewhere. I forget where.
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah. You do that a lot. But
I disappear when there's a movie I don't like.
yeah,
I
yeah.
went to the Middle East whenever you did Star Trek Insurrection. That's how
Yeah, he's like, let me get the hell out of here. I can't do Insurrection.
I need to go somewhere safer, like the Middle East.
I just want to show this little clip because I think this is the best part of the whole movie. When we're talking pros and cons, this is the biggest pro.
Ooh, I'm in a circle. Okay.
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 Skip words. All right. There we go.
Okay.
All right, you just wanted to show that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That would have been really shocking had they not spoiled it in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I got another question. Why am I in a circle?
Yeah, we hate circles here.
Circles are evil.
I don't know why that's a circle. That's a great question, but don't worry. It's almost
No, I know why it's a circle. You really do know why it's a circle. However, this film, I think that's a pro. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool.
Mhm.
I think the biggest pro here is the acting in this. I
Yeah,
gotta say,
Kirk really.
You know, the moment Chris Pine, you know, the second he's on, he just smacks charisma and leadership.
Yeah.
And I just love his iteration of Kirk.
He kind of
because
looks
it
like
is
William Shatner.
so not Shatner. It isn't
It's not.
Shatner at all.
It's not, but
it's its own individual interpretation that really shines, and he's
Yeah.
amazing. So that's a pro. A con is Spock's hair in this.
Spock is it's like super
It's
Beatles.
2 degrees away from being Mo from the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
All right, the wig doesn't work in this movie.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. But then this scene, this one, this swarm.
Yeah, the swarm's great.
I thought this was an amazing angle because it basically just ate up the Enterprise, and then you find out here that they come in.
Yeah.
On those little ships, like, oh wait, what? They're like boarding, almost like a reverse board type of thing.
Every time I see Anton Yelchin in this movie, my heart breaks. Really. I mean, it was so tragic what happened to him. It was so unfair.
Right? Because then they open up. This is what freaked me out. Like, are they opening up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the soldiers are coming out of them.
And then they come out. I was like, oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, I just thought that.
Yeah,
was
this is a.
We're gonna get copyrighted on this.
I don't want to play too much of that just for that reason. So
yeah, whenever Tron Ares comes onto the ship, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Got it.
You guys need a producer. Look, I think the strengths of it, the acting in this is amazing. I do feel that there are a couple of characters that are short shifted in this, but that's going to happen in every Trek movie just because, you just can't give them all equal screen time.
Yeah.
But even with the bad wig of Spock, he's still wonderful.
Yeah.
I feel like what we're getting now is a shattered version of Spock with all this iteration. Like it's like each plays a different part of Spock's personality from Nimoy, and they take that. So example would be Zachary Quinto is more the simmering anger Spock. Where I think we have Ethan Peck as the more innocent kind of still way more human-like of Spock. And I like that. I kind of like that these actors are not doing, they're doing their own version, but it's an echo of Leonard Nimoy.
Mhm.
And yeah. So again, the acting was great. Idris was really great in this as well. Really having to perform a villain through all that makeup for 95%
Yeah.
of this film, and he does it quite well. Yorktown is incredible. I got to say again, I love the design of Yorktown. I love the physics of it. I thought it made for an innovative third act, something I hadn't seen before in a Star Trek movie, or really in any science fiction movie of note in my mind. So I thought that was kind of really cool as well. Yeah, the adventure of this wasn't so much focused on ships and pew pew, was it?
No.
I mean, that's the whole thing to go, hey, you remember that film a few years ago where we crashed the Enterprise? Nah, we're going to do it again. But you quickly realize, they're in two different contexts and two different scenes. But the way they do it in this is incredible, right? The crash, the way it's pulled apart. And then we come back to that crash ship in the third act and create an amazing sequence in that as well.
Yeah.
So, which was really great, really wonderful.
I liked it when they smushed her with the ship. That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Highly over the top, but it felt necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to. She was the bait. You had to smush her.
I love that they took the NX Enterprise and gave it a Kelvin look.
Yeah.
With the Franklin.
Bad looking. I kind of wish that they had stuck a little bit more with continuity, and that they would have made it an NX class, or it would have been, the uniforms that they were wearing would have been closer. But it's not a deal breaker.
I mean, it's so out of continuity, though, isn't it?
It really is. But the way that it was explained to me, whenever the Kelvin timeline was created, and it sent ripples that changed the past, the future, the ripples also affected the past. So that's why
okay.
I don't know. I'll
go with it. I'll go with it.
It's fine. I just can't believe they got all 400 or 500 crew members on that little dinky ship, and we never saw them together somewhere.
Oh, the laboratory smells so bad.
Oh God, get it off! That makes me angry.
I don't like their version of warp, by the way, either.
You don't?
No, that was one of the cool things. It was like they were in a wormhole.
I don't like the visual of it.
I love it because it's literally warp. I love that.
And that's what they do for most things now. What was it else just recently came out, and they use the same effect for warp as well. Alien. Was it Alien Earth? No, something else. Anyway, maybe I made it up in my head. Who knows? Who cares? But I think, see, that's the problem I have. I don't know that it's changed the past. That's something the general audience needs to know. Because as someone who's semi in and out of this franchise, I go, well, how can it be a different NX? Shouldn't it be exactly the same? Because that's the timeline. So
right. But
I needed more education in this.
Yeah, we needed more pseudoscience. But I love the deep dive they get into, like when Idris Elba's character goes.
Oh, that's such a cool reveal. I love it.
It's like, oh, I did, when you find out that he's actually sucking the life. Maybe I shouldn't have phrased it that way. But when he's getting the essence,
he is. It's like he's a space vampire in a way. It's
exactly.
It's like the movie Life Force,
right?
If you remember that from the 80s.
Yeah, I remember.
What a great scene where he's got his hand on, and I wish it was R-rated so we could get to see the real horror of it. But, but the idea of him grabbing onto those two dudes and then sucking their life force, and he's morphing and
I thought that was cool. Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing like crazy about it, except it looked cool. Like there's nothing like, oh my God, like,
Yeah, but I love when he gets into like, oh, I've done everything I could for the Federation. The Federation this, and he's like, I had to deal with the Romulans, I had to deal with the Xindi, and I was like, oh, which is another connection to the NX ship that he was piloting,
which is great. Yeah.
So I love that it like encompassed a lot of the different treks that didn't get as much love as if they should have.
This movie actually has one of my favorite bits of foreshadowing, because there's a line from Crawl, knowing what you know at the end of the movie, that changes context completely. And that is whenever he's on his little swarm ship and the Franklin shows up, and he looks up and he says, "Hello, old friend."
Yeah.
And the first time you watch it, you think, oh, he's being a smart butt and he's talking to Kirk. And then you realize, no, He was talking to the Franklin. He was He was literally saying "Hello, old friend" to his old ship, and I just think that is such a brilliant turnaround of that line.
And you know, there is a lot of darkness in this film in its own right, but it never feels like it.
No,
because you think of the horror and tragedy that he went through as a villain, you know, and what they did to the Enterprise. How many Federation officers died in that attack?
Oh, yeah.
You know, lots, right? So, but they still keep it upbeat. They still keep it going. They keep you, you know, like upbeat and hopeful around it. I just think Justin Lin did a great job.
He did. He did.
Why the Fast and Furious movies are better than most people think.
Yeah, maybe.
Stand by it.
Not
really, but
I haven't seen them in
5 and 6 rock, all right?
I stopped at Tokyo Drift. That was the last one I ever saw with my brother.
You missed all the good ones.
And the other thing was when they were doing all the reveals, and you had the big reveal at the end that the Franklin crew was the main bad guy, and because you're wondering, like, okay, wow, how did this species get this swarm stuff? Like, how did this all over there? It was there from the get. There was a species there before that built all that stuff. They were highly advanced. They had the technology, and then they were like, yeah, that's us. And we just kind of, because it makes you wonder. It's like, wait a minute, if he was on the Franklin, why didn't they stay with that ship? It's because they took over the swarm ship. But I have a question for the both of you.
Yeah.
Do you think that species just up and left, or did the Franklin crew kill them and take over their stuff? Oh,
they killed them. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you guys got from that? Because they never really said.
They
What's the alternative?
Well, then they
actually
had to die. Got up and left.
Well, they wouldn't have left all their stuff there.
Or maybe they did, and they got better stuff. So maybe that species is advanced and has new swarm ships.
Maybe
they killed.
They're pretty effective ships, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, it was such a clever idea to come up with the swarm in the first place, because it is one of those situations where it's not immediately apparent how to overcome it.
Yeah.
Like, you need to follow the movie along to discover the strategy to stop it.
Right.
Because, you know, and that's something that, you know, you should take for granted that movies, but not a lot of movies do that anymore.
No.
You know, that gets you locked in. You've already figured out the plot 5 minutes into the movie. You know how this movie's going to end.
Yeah.
Really great to see a Star Trek movie that didn't give me the end of the movie in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? After I finished watching this, I felt sad because I'm like, how in the world in 2018 didn't we just get another Star Trek movie?
Right.
You know, a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do echoes of the original film series, then don't do Star Trek 4. But look at what they did. They made a cheaper, smaller, funny movie.
Yeah.
And it ended up making more than anything else to the date of that film coming out. So it's just a shame that we didn't get to see these guys again a couple of years afterwards. It actually is one of the big tragedies in IP, I think.
I agree.
Never got a fourth movie.
I totally agree. Because now they're the same age as the.
I don't want to see senior Star Trek people. I've seen enough seniors. All right? I don't.
Yeah. They're the same age as the original Kirk, Shatner and team. So
why? Why do it?
Yeah, exactly. But they're going to do it because they're like, hey, for sure.
We're going to do another one. Do a last hurrah. I want to see it.
Yeah, same.
I want to see them do their version of the Undiscovered Country. I want not the same thing. Don't.
No. Because speaking of Undiscovered Country, if you haven't seen it, please be sure to check out the interview that we had with Nicholas Meyer. He was amazing, and he's talking about
Meyer, I believe his name.
Meyer, yes, excuse me. Great new book, absolutely amazing interview. Really nice guy. We had a great time talking about the book and some art history as well as some Star Trek. So be sure you go check that out.
What if the fourth movie is them getting together to destroy the whole last 10 years of Trek? What if Paramount was that vindictive and go, we hate Kurtzman that much, what he did to our beautiful franchise. The fourth cinematic movie is going to be retro. We're going to wipe it out. Or it's a time-traveling movie and they completely wipe out the Kelvin universe.
That's what I was thinking. Like, they close the loop. They go back to the
he kind of did say that, Joe. I'm on Team Joe now. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
I would go further. I would do Crisis on Infinite Earths with Star Trek. I would have the Kelvin universe meet the Prime universe, meet the Discovery variant, and then
Animated universe.
in the animated universe, Prodigy. I would have them all together, and it'd be the craziest damn thing you've ever seen in your entire life. I would go
My Figure Universe
off
last
the
comment.
damn rails.
My Figure Universe last comment. Or a fourth movie, they go back and try to kill whales.
George and the Revenge
I'll
of
see
George
that.
and Gracie.
Oh my god, that's funny. Well, that leads us to Friar Will. Let's go.
Friar Will.
All right. Well, let's go
Okay.
through the comments really quick. Especially this one. No, my head is not okay. So it's having a really bad allergy season, and I've got
My
like
Figure
this,
Universe is dropping the bombs tonight.
yeah, and I've got this little bit of a rash right on here. So it's been
Nobody
bothering me.
cares.
Yes, of course he asked. Look, it's right there. Joe, is your head okay? He cares.
That's
Thanks,
a yes
Mom.
or no question.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Tell him about your allergies, Joe.
I saw this year. If you look at my eye, no, okay.
Instead of curiosity, what's on your shirt?
Jason Roy Gaston, just out of your curiosity, what's on your shirt?
Oh man, I
Oh,
wish I had that picture uploaded.
Yeah,
I went to a Halloween function and I was Cheer Bear from the Care Bears.
Oh,
So, yeah, I'm
That was
fighting
cute.
toxic masculinity with every breath in my body.
Sadly, the other member of your crew is lost on Planet X. That he was actually at a Halloween party.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we
top
figured that bit
five-
out in the end.
Yeah, top 5 Star Trek movies. Period. Wow, very well said, Leticia. Star Trek Beyond is my favorite of the Kelvin films. I really
Wow,
like.
I'm loving the love for this.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
one of the better ones for sure. Unpopular opinion, I really like Into Darkness from our good friend Ken Radner over at
That
the
was
Undisputed
always
Pod.
allowed.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
very
allowed. I don't agree with you at all, Ken.
No,
And
I
look
don't
forward
either.
to filming with you in a few days. But yes, I don't agree with you, buddy.
good. Hey man, if you're gonna pay for a song, you're gonna get out of as much out of it as you can, and that's fair.
Absolutely. And you
Yeah.
know what? Beastie Boys rock. Go
Yeah.
for it.
In context, though, it was amazing, right? Because
Right.
if you think about this, if they never used it in the marketing, then technically, unless I'm wrong, you heard it at the beginning of Star Trek 2009 as he's a kid,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Awesome Nokia mobile in it. And then
Mhm.
we wouldn't have heard it until he hears it and he makes that great line and goes, nice choice.
Yeah, that made it
It
made it
actually
nice.
works so much better if you don't listen to the marketing, you know?
Yeah.
And also the joke after that with McCoy going, is that classical music? And the really great pause by Spock, like he takes the beat, thinks about it, and goes, yes. I'm sorry, that made me laugh. I thought
I like Jayla's line about, I like the beats and shouting. Because that's what the Beastie Boys is. It's beats and shouting.
shouting,
You know
yeah.
what?
Sorry, I
love
wanna-
the Beastie Boys, but it is
My-
beats and shouting.
My Figure Universe asked about your shirt, Jason. I just thought I might just.
Oh, there you go.
There we
Let me move this.
Beautiful.
There we go. Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, I'm so
Horrified those Care Bears are.
sexy bear. Look at that.
yeah, you lost some weight, bud.
Yes.
Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. If I were sentenced for a crime of any sort, I'm sure my punishment would have to be to have to watch Into Darkness. Really, that bad? You really didn't like it, my Figure Universe, like that?
I did.
Okay, when you're grabbing
Any
Star
bad
Trek
cucumber?
movies,
Yes,
what are
Bing
you
Bong
grabbing off
Cumberland.
the shelf? Like, what's your go-to in the Kelvin trilogy?
I love the first one a lot.
So you go to that one.
Yeah, I go to that one and this one. Those
Yep.
two.
You don't go to And what my point is, most people don't go to the second one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is not the one you put on for a rewatch.
Yeah. My Figure Universe says, I want to see Star Trek Beyond in theaters. I went to see Star Trek Beyond in theaters with my friend. And the only bad thing that happened that day was my wife was left with his wife. Uh-oh.
Oh wow!
Oh, that-
There's a real cool story there in the background going on. You'll have to.
Yeah.
Cheryl.
Exactly. I wonder if they
They
were
get
listening
into
to
like
sound.
a Kill Bill knife fight scene, you know, when they.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kelvin
They get
Enterprise
shot
actually
through a
changes.
cereal box.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, not
Actually
as much
changes
as
in
it
every
changed in
film.
this one though. It changed like way too much. In this
But
one.
then I don't understand why.
But I mean, the ship gets beat up pretty bad in every movie, so they have to kind of refit it. That's what my in-head canon is.
between the first movie and the second movie, some of the signage was removed from the ship. For example, at the bottom of the secondary hull, there was, NCC 1701, like right under the deflector dish. It's gone by the second movie.
Could
Which
be
I
repairs, like Joe said.
It's kind of weird, but yeah, the changes they made to the Enterprise in Beyond just doesn't make sense. See, I don't mind that version of the Enterprise. I don't
That's
mind
the original, isn't it? That's
yeah,
the
that's
2009
the one with the
version.
ample nacelles.
Yeah.
I just kind of think that the neck kind of rests a little bit too far back on the secondary hull. That's the only thing that really bothers me. But I think it's a great update. The version they have for this movie is, I'm sorry, it's ugly. It's out of proportion and it's ugly and it's spindly and I hate it.
My Figure Universe says I completely agree. There is no excuse for any film of a genre monster like Star Trek to go without action figures or merch of some sort.
I wasn't around that part of it at all. Like I didn't really
nothing
know the merchandise, but it feels really odd. You're telling me there was no toy line released?
There was the only figures that came out were the
whole movie.
Yeah, Funko Pop.
Like, Morbius got action figures, I think. Like,
Tron does, the new Tron.
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure you were thinking about Jared Leto again. That's
I need to go get a Tron Ares action figure so I can burn it.
Oh, it's Tron time.
You know they've come up with new terminology for any time Jared Leto sinks a movie. It's called he morbed it.
Oh,
Jared Leto morbed the movie again.
He's gonna Tron it. I think that's gonna be the thing. It's a friendship circle, Jason. Karen McLeod, how are you? Good to see you. Anton was great in the Odd movie too.
Odd Thomas, he was great in that movie. Yes, and
he was a fantastic actor. That
Teddy Sandler has a poster of Odd Thomas somewhere. It's quite interesting. My Figure Universe says ship crashes, ship takes flight. It's like poetry.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I love it.
The past was changed. Damn you, Austin Kutcher. The Butterfly Effect was a great movie from Karen.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's a nice thing. Indeed, I love the alternate ending. There's an alternate ending to Beyond?
I believe
no, it's the Butterfly Effect.
No, Butterfly.
Oh, the Butterfly Effect. Oh, okay. Fast 9 was terrible.
It was. That's what I said. 5 and 6. Oh, he said
5 and 10 are my favorite.
I like 10. Hey, you know what? By the way, have you seen Vin Diesel lately?
No.
He makes us all look like we're swimsuit models. That guy has chunked up like you.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's going for his Marlon Brando 90s phase.
You know what? Let him.
I know, but you know what? They're not going to make the next Fast movie.
They
told him you've got to drop the budget by 50 million or it doesn't happen.
Oh.
Chunk up. You want to make fun of Vin Diesel? That's fine. I think the most perfect
I'm allowed to. He's a fellow fatty now.
The most perfect thing I ever heard was somebody saw pictures of Vin Diesel on a yacht and he had a belly and somebody was saying, haha, look at Vin Diesel. He's fat now. He goes, yeah, Vin Diesel's on a yacht.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would be 3 times the size of that on a yacht.
I would be Jabba the Hutt on a sail.
I'd be my own buoy. Like, I'd be a floating platoon. People would come to me for refuge. I'd be that big on one of those things.
Yeah.
D-Man. The OTC
but he's not a nice guy. That's why I'm happy.
Yeah. Has finally come back to the CQ. Beyond was a good movie, not great, but better than Into Darkness. Okay.
Original
trio crew.
No, original tribal. It's a wrestling thing. You guys aren't.
Oh, okay.
Jason Rogatson. Oh yeah, we did that one already. Sorry.
Yeah, we did that joke.
Yeah. If they do a fourth film, if they do a fourth film, we have to get a Kelvin version of the Monster Maroon.
Yes.
That would be cool.
And it would be perfect in the timeline at this point because we've waited so long for it.
Yeah. We're all too old to be doing it.
You know what? Just reverse
We're almost
it.
to those first season Next Generation uniforms by this point.
Just reverse it. Have the strap on the other side.
That's it. That's it.
No, it'd be this side, wouldn't it? The white
yeah. It'd be that side, yeah. Or a fourth movie we did.
I just don't want them to mess with it too much because that is the uniform.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Monster Maroons, but in the Division colors.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
That would be
I also have to say, the glow up on the uniforms in this movie.
Yeah, they did come up better.
Excellent. Yeah. I really
enjoyed diversity there too.
Yeah, it was great.
And you know what? Funnily enough, I think Discovery were inspired by a couple of the jacket in this movie. You know, that Spock's wearing when he comes back after being stabbed in. Well, I can only assume is his genitalia on the side of him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's your liver is
what
your
they
heart is where your
mentioned.
liver.
He had gotten stabbed through somewhere, which the doc seemed very concerned about. So I imagine a vital organ is there for the Vulcans.
Yeah, it's his heart. He's like another 3 centimeters, you'd be dead. My punishment will be Section 31.
I read an article this week saying that they kind of knew as they were making it. Like, it was one of those things where most people knew what was going, but nobody said anything.
Oh,
yeah. Like, it's a pretty horrid kind of report of just not being brave enough to go, hey, this isn't working.
Jason, you need to see if Tron can tumble.
Every single one of my rock tumblers broke.
Oh, wow.
I think when Fizzgig died, the rock tumblers died with him.
It could have been.
So
what was the last thing that we got destroyed? Why is that up there?
I don't know, but it was kind of cool.
When I used to put them
that
up.
Bing Bong Cumberbund?
Big back.
Well, there's that version, which disrespected this version.
Yes, for sure.
Kirk, I shall leave you as you left me.
What was the last thing that got destroyed in the rock tumbler, though? I think that might have been Data.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it was Jitsu.
well
Jitsu was
deserved.
Fizzgig's grand farewell. And part of me kind of doesn't want to continue it because Fizzgig's not here anymore. I may change my mind and get a new rock tumbler, but I don't know.
Jason will go full Texas. It will be an M50 in his backyard.
Let's see how it does. I mean, if you want to support Jason getting a new tumbler, you can go over to our merch store, buy a shirt, and then some of the proceeds maybe we'll help him get one of those, and for other fun things for the Captain's Quadrant. So that little QR code will directly.
I was sweating, Jason. Yeah, I was sweating. It was on.
What?
I was like, how long is it going to be on for?
That was it. That's it.
Joe, good job.
I try.
I picked on Joe the other week because he left it on for most of an episode.
Yeah.
Like, get the goddamn thing off the screen.
Why is that on so long? We got one more comment. I'm enjoying the audio drama. I'm glad she said that because I wanted to ask you guys, have you listened to the audio drama? Nope. Jason,
the audio drama of Beyond
of Khan.
Oh, I have not, but I want to. I haven't.
I want to hear good report. If that's the first review I've had of it. So
everybody
in any way, people are saying it's good. Then definitely, I love it.
Never heard a bad thing. Yeah. I am loving it.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I'm going to jump on that maybe today.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
Is that just you find that on Spotify? I would assume.
Yeah.
It's just
because Spotify had opened up a whole new thing of audiobooks now.
Oh, brilliant! Excellent.
So there's a lot of things going on there. Yeah.
Look, any good Trek, no matter what format it is, if it's good, I want to know about it.
Right. Same.
I still needs to wash out the stench of season 3 of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I talked to Brian about it this week on Boosting the Signal. Who is?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently you're going to be on there. I saw your name on the list of future videos.
Yeah, unfortunately, out of a dare that he lost, a bet that he lost, he's got me as a guest next week, I believe, on the 27th. I hope you don't mind My Figure Universe. Me and My Figure Universe have I can't even remember what we spoke about. You edited in My Figure Universe. I hope it was acceptable, and I hope you didn't have to cut out the C word too many times. No,
what's wrong with Star Trek? All these.
I honestly feel honored because that show. If you see the people he's got on that show of his,
it's great.
Way to even be in that company is an honor. So.
Yeah.
I'll plug it more next week. I'll give the big plug. In fact, every time I talk about anything on this next week, because I will be back next week.
Yep.
It'll be all about the show that isn't this one.
Yeah. No. Thanks. Appreciate that.
No. Can I say why I'm back next week, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'm wanting to go on an educational journey and find out why you hate one of the greatest episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. So I'm hoping I'm going to learn a few things, Joe. That's why I'm on.
It's going to be an interesting time. We're talking about, unfortunately, the Inner Light, which I think is probably the most overrated episode of Star Trek ever written and created. I also am wondering, I'm going to watch it this week. I haven't seen it since its original air. So I am going to see, maybe because I was 11, my attention span just couldn't handle all that.
Yeah, that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe you could. Hey, listen, I just said this on when I was swimming with Jason the other day. One thing I've learned in podcasting over time is member berries are toxic.
Yeah.
They confuse your brain. They make you think things are amazing or terrible. And then you go back and watch the stuff, and a lot of the time it's the opposite scenario.
Like
we were talking about a movie this week which is iconic and I grew up loving and all that. And then I went back and watched it and went, I can't even say what I thought of the film. It was that bad. So
we did the same thing on To Be Seen, the number 2 BESCENE. We watched.
Cut me off before I was going to do my out plug.
Good work there, Joe. Good work there. I'll give you a plug back. Don't worry. We watched Jim Cotta, and I remember loving that as a kid. Did you ever see that, Jace? Jim Cotta?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never saw that? Right. Oh,
I don't even know what that
Canon,
is.
Mate. Canon.
It's a horrible movie.
Of
I remember loving
Canon. Oh my gosh.
I remember loving that movie as a kid and like watching it several times. And then I hadn't watched it since I moved out of New York, since about 10 years. And then I watched it for the Dumpster Fire Flicks, and it was awful. It was like, why did I like this movie? So I'm hoping that I'm gonna go back and enjoy watching Picard play with his flute for an hour. Time to pull out the flute.
Okay, now can I finish the plug that I was going to
plug.
So the review we did was on The Running Man, the 1987
I love
Running
that
Man,
movie,
which is coming out in the next couple of weeks on the VHS vault. Currently there are over 100 reviews on there from me and Jace, going at each other, agreeing, disagreeing, talking about some of the wonderful films in the last 50 years. So please go check it out. And also, while you're at it, I started a new podcast, an audio podcast, because apparently I've got the head for radio, I was told. So I started an audio podcast called Random Cinema with Greg and Jace, Greg Vorob, from over on the Undiscovered Star Trek podcast. We've gone together. And coming up very soon will be Joe Dove as our second ever guest. Woo! And he's going to be talking about Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. All right. But so, yes, I think I've got to do more plugging, but
you got a lot. If I look at
I got a lot going on.
Yeah, you
most
got a lot
of it is over on the Jason Roy Gaston channel.
Yeah,
which is a plethora of awesomeness over there, including the show Power of Jason.
Power of Jason. Are you guys excited about the Jared Leto playing Skeletor in the new He-Man movie? Spence, we were talking about Power of Jason.
I am blindly hopeful. No logic or reason behind it. I'm just hoping he does all right.
Jason Roy Gaston.
That's how much he's looking forward to it.
Yeah, right. No,
he has got JDS, and that's Jared Derangement Syndrome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really tough on him. He just can't really deal with it. So there he is.
He's back.
I don't care for it.
Jim Cotta was an awesome. My figure says Jim Cotta was an awesome movie when I was a kid.
You know what else was awesome when I was a kid?
And
No Retreat, No Surrender. Do you remember that film?
Oh, I hated that movie. My brother made me watch that movie 9 times a day. I could be watching a TV show, and he would walk in and put it in the VCR and press play. I think I eventually pulled it out of the VCR and threw it into the
trash. Van Damme.
Van Damme. And do you remember how awful the main kid in it was as a performer? It's just the single worst acting performer. I feel sorry for the kid. Who wants to be a fighter. Yeah, and he envisions the spirit of Bruce Lee, comes and visits him. Hilarious.
I think it's in Jared Leto's contract that he has to kill a franchise every 2 years.
I think so. Watch out, Star Wars.
Oh, God.
Season 3 of Starfleet Academy.
Oh, no, I don't think that's
I was Shira when you were 5. You probably still are, Karen, in your own way.
Better than I was Shira when I was 5.
we cover so much about Shearer, Karen, over on the Power of J Skull. We are massive Shearer fans over there. So if you want to go back to nostalgic, go check us idolize what was a fantastic character and a fantastic companion show to He-Man.
Now, there is a remake of the Red Sonja movie coming out.
Ooh, have you?
I saw the trailer.
I think I might be reviewing it on Talking Tubi, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually going to be in theaters or not, but.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, boy.
Uwe Boll went, oh, I'm not even sitting through this whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, wow. It actually came out already. The Red City movie already come out.
There you go.
It's totally going to be on Talking Tubi, man. That's. Oh, I can't believe it's out already. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a misfire, and it's not her fault. I think it's just that movie just didn't have any money. And if you see some of the scenes, it's just like film school students were left alone, I think, with a pile of cocaine. And
oh my God.
Red Sonja kind of came out.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah.
at least nobody's playing
It's a bit rough.
half hour, you know. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us in this week's episode of the Captain's Quadrant. I am grateful to have VHS Jace hanging out with us one more time. You got something to say? Go ahead.
I just want to know what your rating is. Where does this sit in the pantheon of Star Trek movies?
So for me, the Kelvin universe is always a toss between this one and 1, and then the second one is 3rd.
Yeah.
So like this week, because I just saw it, I was like, wow, that was really good. It was better than I remembered. It's number 1, and then so it's 3, 1, 2.
Yep. What about in the entirety?
In the entirety, that's tough. 6 and 2 are still my favorite. I would say 6 to First Contact, then this. So it's like top 4.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Jace.
Yeah.
I think that Beyond is the best of the Kelvin trilogy. I think it's just slightly better than Star Trek 09, which I think was a brilliant reboot / sequel / prequel. I don't think that people give it enough credit for how inventive it was. And I'm sorry, Kelvin haters, if it was not for the Kelvin universe, Star Trek would be dead ski right now. It would not be like it was like it is now. As for where it fits in with the original movies, I would definitely say that Star Trek 4 is still my favorite. Star Trek 2 follows that. And then 6, and then First Contact. And I would probably put Beyond after First Contact.
Wow.
And I think it's a quality movie, and I think that 09 would go right after Star Trek Beyond.
Okay.
I think I have to mirror Joe. I think Joe's list is pretty well where I sit as well.
Yeah. 6 to, and then First Contact.
6 to First Contact
And then this one. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It's because of the 3 main elements: the acting, the pace, and the cinematography. I think that
You know what is so extraordinary though about the actors in the Kelvin timeline is they all
we're nobodies.
never tried to copy.
Yeah.
They took character traits and elements and created their own distinct versions of those characters, and they did it expertly.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think that some of the likeness between Pine and young Kirk was pretty helpful as well.
Yeah.
Because there's especially in this movie, there's some scenes where he like turns his head, and like there's certain shots and frames where I'm like, oh wow, he looks a lot like William Shatner.
It's not hard to look at old Chris Pine.
No, not at all. It's a big help.
You know.
I
mean, I even watched the entirety of Wonder Woman 84 just in case he was coming back.
Yeah, that movie was pretty bad. I think
Wonder Woman is a rapist.
Yeah. Most of that movie
is pretty creepy. If the roles were flipped, if that was a Batman movie, there would have been a lot of comments about what was going on.
That'd have been Me Too DC version. How do you guys feel about Uhura's casting?
I think Zoe Saldana was great.
Yeah.
I think she's wonderful. She did her own version, just like
everybody else.
Remember the poor, just like the current young lady who's doing a wonderful job as
Sally Gooding. Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah, on Star Trek.
I don't think that
there was the bad plots.
I don't think that there was a single weak link in the Kelvin casting. I think every single one of them were spot on.
Yeah.
except for Spock's hair in this one. That was dancing on the edge of being Mo. I'm going to say it again.
Why Ayata?
Well,
Yeah,
you know, the scenes with him and McCoy, you know, that was basically two-thirds of a Three Stooges.
Yeah, they were getting there.
That's
Boy,
right.
I'm really bad
McCoy.
with fractions.
All right.
But
Go ahead.
our New Zealand mate who plays McCoy, our boy from the boys.
Yeah, he's the voice too. Yeah.
Like, I think that is an incredible portrayal of he's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah.
In everything he does.
Carl,
and especially
Urban. I couldn't remember his name, but yeah.
I am going to seek Mortal Kombat 2, even though I think it's going to be hot garbage, just because of Carl Urban.
Yeah, I have to brag. I've met him, and he's a terrific human being.
I know that. I never met him.
Yeah,
he's a cool guy.
I've met him, and I've met Zachary Quinto, and those are the only two from the.
I met Zachary Quinto on the line going to the bathroom in Star Trek Las Vegas.
What's he like?
Zachary's really nice, very quiet,
super nice. Yeah.
Big hands. Like no,
he put his hand
on.
You
notice, Joe?
He's like, why is it?
Notice, and then he's the guy behind you. You know what they say about big hands?
He has to wear big gloves. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If the glove does not fit, you must quit. It's amazing that it's amazing, like, because in Vegas they had what's his name, Gregory Peck and Zachary Quinto. They had like a Spock off, and the two of them sitting on stage.
Wait, what did you just say?
Gregory Peck's dead.
It's grandfather, and I'm like,
oh wait. Ethan Peck.
How did he come back to life? Somebody
you didn't know? He got a It's a transporter accident. They beamed out
and carried back to Vulcan.
Yeah, exactly. No, but Ethan Peck and Zachary Quinto were on stage together, and I always thought that Zachary Quinto was super tall and much taller than Ethan Peck, and like Ethan Peck was like baby Spock. Anyway,
not the case.
No, Zachary's a big dude. I was like, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I want to say thank you to our patrons. We have to do a new card. Nobody knows us like Joanna Sporg, Holly Mac 79, Denise Hill, Joe Saporito, and that's it. Yeah. There's some others, and we're gonna have a new card. We'll get it all together, and we thank you all. We appreciate all of you for being our patron, and if you want to become a patron, we'd really appreciate it. You can go to patreon.com/Captain's Quadrant and become a patron for a mere $2.99. You can get a thank you from us. You get your episode on the Wheel of Agony and so much more. There's a lot of great perks. You can see our special rating the fan-made Star Trek starships. So make sure to see. You see how you're falling asleep? That's how I'm going to be when I watch Inner Light this week. Yeah. So
touche.
So please be sure to go over to patreon.com and think about becoming a patron. There's a lot of great perks, especially the thank yous from us. Guys, I will see you next week for flute time. Have a great week.
Sounds dirty.
Well, I'm down.
One time that Dan came